Hello and welcome to this short presentation about getting started with part-time jobs while studying at Edgehill University. My name is Rachel and I'm one of the Careers Engagement Advisors here at Edgehill to support you with this. Today we will cover the benefits of having a part-time job, where to look for part-time jobs both on and off campus, using the Careers Vacancy Portal to search for part-time jobs, CVs for part-time jobs, and all of the other available support from Careers. First of all, there's lots of help and support available when finding part-time jobs. Our part-time jobs webpage has all of the relevant information and links you might need to begin your searches, and most of the information in this presentation is available on this webpage as well. And I've just included a little video on how to find the part-time jobs webpage and an overview of the information included on there as well. Careers can support with guiding you on where to look for roles, how to apply, creating CVs and applications, and also reviewing these CVs and applications for you. In addition, we have bookable getting started with appointments and mock interviews, and also online resources such as CareerSet and Ask a Question for feedback on your applications. I'll go into these in a little bit more detail at the end of the presentation. Okay, so the benefits of part-time work. Part-time jobs are of course a great way to earn extra money while studying. As well as this, it's the perfect opportunity to gain work experience and develop skills to add to your CV. You'll meet lots of new people and it's a great way to begin networking for your future career, and having work experience will also help you stand out from the crowd to employers when you do begin to apply for jobs after university. There are lots of opportunities all year round, however, you'll find more advertised at the start of term and in the run-up to the festive period. And just to note that Edgehill recommends students work no more than between 16 to 20 hours per week, just to make sure that you've got a good work and study balance. There are lots of different places you can look for part-time jobs, both on and off campus. A great place to start is our Careers Vacancy Portal, which I will show you on the next slide, and here you can search for roles both on and off campus and within a 20-mile radius of Ormskirk. There are opportunities on campus, so for example as a student guide or ambassador, working with Edgehill Sport in one of their casual roles, working in the Edgehill Student Union, and there are also student assistant casual roles on campus which are advertised on the main Edgehill vacancies web pages. As well, we've got Morrisons and Subway on campus that take on lots of part-time students. In terms of roles off campus, Ormskirk has a town centre full of restaurants, cafes, shops where you can look for part-time roles. Some of the smaller cafes and restaurants will advertise in their window, so I'd encourage you to go down to Ormskirk and take a look what's on offer. And the bigger companies, you can search online for their vacancies on their web pages. And I've just included a little map taken from Google just to show you some of the restaurants and shops in Ormskirk that you can apply for. This isn't all of them, but this is a lot. I've also included some social media pages and other websites where you can search for part-time jobs. We regularly post vacancies on our Twitter or X pages, and the job centres for Merseyside and Lancashire post many roles on their pages as well. You can use online job boards such as Indeed or Google Jobs. They can be a great source to find part-time jobs. If you do find a job you want to apply for through a job board like this, do try and find the original job listing on the company's own website to apply to, and try and apply directly through them rather than through the job board. Careers also have a detailed webpage about how to use LinkedIn if you use this, and this can also be a great source of finding work. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of the Careers Vacancy Portal and how you can use this to search for vacancies. You can access the Careers Vacancy Portal via the Careers Vacancy Portal button on the Careers homepage, and then you'll be taken to the login page where you will select Student Sign In and use your normal Edgehill login details. From here you can access a whole host of resources such as booking appointments, using Ask a Question, or seeing what events we've got on offer. Then if you go to search and opportunities, and go to opportunity type and select part-time, you will see all of the part-time jobs on offer, both in Edge Hill and in the local Ormskirk area. If you click on a role, it will tell you all about the role, full job description, and tell you how to apply. And if you want to, you can use the job sectors search to narrow down what kind of job you are looking for. I will say that the majority of part-time jobs are hospitality and retail. However, this can be a great way to see different opportunities on offer. As well as Ormskirk, there are also other local places where you can look for part-time jobs. Places like Southport, Burscough, Aintree, Kirkby and Skelmersdale are all accessible from Ormskirk via public transport. Liverpool city centre is between 30 and 40 minutes away from Ormskirk via train, and there are a whole host of other opportunities here. Think of hotels, theatres, football clubs, the arena and museums. This might be a good option if you're looking for something more related to your degree, as there's often more opportunities in the bigger cities. However, remember that any part-time job will give you skills and experience to add to your CV. And I've just included a little map to show the areas outside of Ormskirk that are in easy reach of Ormskirk via public transport. Here are some top tips for finding part-time jobs. Finding a part-time job can be difficult. There is often quite a lot of competition, but do persevere with it. Make a note of where you have applied to and when, so you don't lose track. That's not just applicable for part-time jobs, but anything that you do, just to make sure you know where you're up to. Try and apply directly via employer recruitment pages rather than via generic job websites such as Indeed. Of course, you can still use these job searches to look for roles, but where possible, try and apply directly through the employer. You can visit local businesses to ask of any opportunities, but when you do this, do take updated copies of your CV with you. Follow local employers and job sites on social media to find out about any opportunities on offer. And if you're interested in working in a particular place, you can phone up or email employers to ask about their vacancies or the possibility of employment with them. Okay, so onto CVs for part-time jobs. There is no perfect CV. There are general formats and guidance we can give you to improve a CV, but there isn't anything right or wrong about CVs. It's more about making sure that your CV showcases your skills and experience in the best possible way. For this, there are different types of CVs that can help you emphasise different information, which can all be found on our CV and cover letter webpage. Your CV is your chance to make your employer want to meet you, and so you need to make sure that your CV has all of the relevant information and is tailored to the job you're applying for. You can show that you've tailored your CV by matching your skills to those in the person specification of the job you are applying for and using the keywords from the job description in your CV. You also need to make sure that you give examples to evidence your skills rather than just stating, I have X skill. You need to think like the employer would when it comes to creating your CV. So headings for CVs. First of all, you need your personal details, so your name, your contact number, an email address, and some sort of location, postcode or address. It doesn't need to be a full address, just something to show the employer where you're based. Bear in mind if you have a different term time address to your home address, just be clear what's on your CV when you're applying. Then you have a personal profile or a summary. This is optional, but it's really handy to have. So it's just a few lines about who you are, what you can offer the employer, so like what skills you have, and what you're looking for. So here it can be useful to state that you're an Edge Hill student looking for a part-time role to fit around your studies. Then you have your education section, and everything is in reverse chronological order. So you would start with your degree, you would then do kind of any college or A-levels, and then you would go into your GCSEs. Next, you can list any experience that you have, so employment history or volunteering, anything previous that you've done is really handy to have on your CV. You can have a skills section. So for this, you can identify skills in the job description that you're applying for and add examples to demonstrate how you have developed these skills through the things that you've done. You can include any additional information, so for example, if you need a full driving license to apply for a role, or you need to be able to speak another language, or you have additional training, you can put this on your CV. And then finally, a references section. If you wish to, you can include 2 references on your CV, but it does take up quite a lot of room. So it's absolutely fine for you just to write references available on request, and we've got examples of this on our CV webpage which you can have a look at. Okay, so top tips for CVs for part-time jobs. Keep your CV up to date, so make sure you include anything that you've done over the summer months, and also just when you're applying, make sure your address is correct. So whether you're using a term time or a home address, just make sure that's correct on your CV. Make your CV easy to read with clear headings and sections, and make use of bold as well. Keep your CV simple, so avoid too much colour and fancy fonts, and you don't need a photo on there either. Avoid breaking sections over different pages where possible. A 1-page CV is absolutely fine, but no more than 2 pages maximum for your CV. Keep your information in reverse chronological order, so the most recent thing goes first. Avoid large chunks of text on your CV, so try and break it down with bullet points. And finally, make sure you proofread and spell check your CV as well. Finally, the support on offer from Careers. We have extensive web pages that cover everything careers related, from CVs and applying to roles, help by subject guides, volunteering, placements, and so much more. You can visit us every weekday 11 AM till 3 PM during term time at Careers Corner in the Catalyst, where you can speak to a member of our team to get advice, ask any questions you have, or book an appointment with us. We've also created this really handy part-time jobs resource, which you can access via the Careers Vacancy Portal or via our part-time jobs webpage, where you can find out more information about finding a part-time job, the local area and the jobs available, how to apply for part-time jobs, including information on application forms, and also how to tailor your CV. We have bookable appointments covering many different topics to help you get started with all things careers. As well as this, we have mock interview appointments and careers guidance appointments, and all of these can either be booked via the Careers Vacancy Portal or by getting in touch with us directly. Ask a Question is another service available through our Careers Vacancy Portal, which allows you to get in touch with us like an email service, where you can ask any questions you have or have us take a look at any applications you have as well. Again, on the Careers Vacancy Portal, there's a tab for events where you can see what's going on and what events or workshops we have running to book onto, and these cover a range of topics as well. Finally, in terms of CVs, we have a CV review tool called CareerSet, which can be accessed again from the Careers webpage, and here you can upload a copy of your CV, and the online platform will give you personalised feedback. It will look at your style, your layout, the buzzwords that you've used, and provide recommendations for you to strengthen your CV. Through CareerSet, you're also able to use the Target My CV function, so you can see how well you've tailored your CV to a specific role. We've also got a really handy video guide about CareerSet and how to use it on our YouTube channel, EHU Careers. Okay, so that's the end of this short presentation about getting started with part-time jobs. So thank you for listening. If you do need any further support, please just get in touch with us via any of the methods I mentioned on the previous slide, and best of luck with your part-time job searches.